The SUNY Award Letter, which is the same as President Obama's financial aid shopping sheet, is designed to assist prospective students and their families with a standardized, easy-to-use method of comparing the cost of one college to another to make informed decisions about which school to attend. The shopping sheet is not a bill and will not tell you how much you will owe to the school for the semester or year. However, it does show the average direct and indirect costs for students attending the institution. Direct costs are costs that are directly charged to the student on their bill, such as tuition and fees for all students, and room and board for those students living on campus. Indirect costs are costs that are not directly charged to the student on their bill, but costs that a student can expect to incur during the course of the semester for which they should budget. Indirect costs include books and supplies, transportation, and personal expenses. Both the direct and indirect costs make up a student's cost of attendance and are detailed in the first section of the shopping sheet. The next section, labeled Grants and Scholarships Offered, is a list of grants and scholarships that have been estimated based on the student's eligibility at the time the financial aid package was processed. All funds listed in this section represent free money that does not need to be repaid. The third section, showing the remaining costs after all grants and scholarships, the free money, has been subtracted from the student's cost of attendance. If the student is still in need of additional financial aid to help cover the remaining net costs listed, they may wish to borrow federal loans. The fourth section, labeled Options to Pay Net Cost, Loans Offered, provides students with a summary of the federal loans currently available to the student to borrow for the academic year. These loans must be paid back after the student graduates or drops below half-time. The student is not required to borrow the full amount offered and can accept a lesser amount if needed. Federal Work Study, if listed on your SUNY Award Letter, is a need-based work program. The funds listed are not applied to your bill, as is other financial aid. The Federal Work Study Award represents money a student has the potential to earn for the year by obtaining and working a work-study job, which in most cases is on campus. After obtaining a work-study position, students will work approximately 12 hours a week and earn a biweekly paycheck. If the combination of grants and scholarships and federal loans still leave a student with a remaining net cost, there are other options available to help fund a student's education. These options are listed in the last section of the shopping sheet, labeled Options to Pay Net Cost, Student and Family Options. These options typically require additional applications, and students or parents can visit our website or contact the Financial Aid Office for more information on how to apply. The Expected Family Contribution, or EFC, listed in this section is the number that the Department of Education calculated based on the information the student and parent provided on the FAFSA. Your school uses this number to determine your financial aid eligibility, and it is not what the student or parent will owe to the school. The student's EFC does not change for each school to which they apply, but their net cost may. For example, Susie's direct costs are estimated at $20,051. She has scholarship and grants for $12,470, which brings the amount she owes the college down to about $7,600 for the year, or approximately $3,800 each semester. Remember, students are billed for each semester, typically in August for the fall semester and in December for the spring semester. If Susie and her family are not able to pay the approximate $3,800 each semester, it may be necessary for her to borrow some of the federal loans offered to her. If she borrows the full $5,500 in federal direct loans offered, her remaining out-of-pocket costs would be about $1,050 each semester, plus the cost of books. If a student's financial aid ever exceeds their direct costs, the student may be eligible to receive a refund, which he or she could then use to help offset the costs, like books and transportation to and from campus. However, remember the award letter is not a bill, and while it should be used to estimate a student's out-of-pocket expenses, the figures are estimations and will not give you exact amounts. If you need further clarification regarding the SUNY Award Letter or the financial aid listed, please refer to the enclosed award letter reference sheet mailed with your financial aid award packet. Please note that if your FAFSA was selected for verification, you and your parents are required to submit additional income information before your financial aid package can be finalized. Please be sure to submit all required documentation as soon as possible to avoid delays.